Shalom Alaikum. This is your Masha the Menace. I want to welcome y'all to Bayathan Broadcast Studios, BBS. I want to give our praise to the Most High, Yahweh, the Father of Yahweh Shai, pre and post incarnate in the flesh, and the Father of Abraham, the Father of Isaac, and the Father of Jacob. Let's get right to the chase, man. The beloved BrandonTJackson, who started off as an actor. He still is an actor, but from the spiritual standpoint, he made a transition from being a Christian into coming to knowledge of truth as a Hebrew Israelite. I've been knowing about him being a Hebrew Israelite since 2016, my bad. I'm gonna say like around May, June, or July. I'm gonna say between May and June, because I posted something on my Facebook about him being a Hebrew Israelite now. And one of the members, I don't know if he's still a member, maybe a former member of Sakari Camp. I'm not gonna say his name. He had liked my page, and next thing I know, I see Gorilla Hebrew doing a video about how this brother's a Hebrew Israelite now. Meaning BrandonTJackson. I was excited when I first heard he came to knowledge of the truth, but at the same time I was like, well, you know what? We've seen way too many black celebrities that have come to knowledge of the truth or who they are according to the Bible, according to the prophetic utterances from our ancestors, particularly Moses. We're dealing with the 26th chapter of Leviticus and the 28th chapter of Deuteronomy. I've seen way too many brothers come and go, and some sisters too. Look at Chingy. Chingy was on fire when he first came to knowledge of the truth. And next thing you know, in 2013, 2012, he's being interviewed by DJ Vlad. He's talking about some zodiac signs and trying to equate that with the scriptures. I'm like, that's some occulty type stuff. You dig? And the Most High does not deal with zodiacs. So that's how I knew, unfortunately, for Chingy, he fell off. At the time, I already knew that Relentless Layman Brewster, who's a former heavyweight championship pugilist, when he defeated Vladimir Klitschko in 6 rounds. He defeated him in 6 rounds in 2004, April 10, 2004, if I'm not mistaken. So he was in the truth for well over a year. I'm like, okay, he seems to be grinding a little bit. Because a lot of black celebrities who come to knowledge of the truth as Hebrew Israelite, they don't last that long. But obviously he did. The brother's like 5-6 years on the truth strong. And I think BrandonTJackson is like 3 years old in the truth. So many people thought that, okay, man, he probably an agent. He probably just pretended to be a Hebrew Israelite to try to suck in some naive Israelites, and then trying to, he's practically a borderline informant. I didn't think that way, but I considered a possibility. You understand? But I never got those vibrations from him. But the brother really is strong in his truth, and I won't come right to the chase, because I just saw a video of him turning down the role of Lavelle. I'm assuming the role that he turned down, Coming to America Part 2, is the character Lavelle that's now played by Jermaine Fowler. Jermaine Fowler, who ironically is born the same year Coming to America came out, because the character that he's playing a dude that's in his early 30s. So the movie's said to come out between August the 7th and December 18th, 2020. I don't know exactly when it's gonna come out, but when I went to Google, it says August the 7th, 2020. Then I went to Wikipedia, it says December 18th, 2020. But we know it's gonna come out in 2020. So I definitely want to give a salute once again to BrandonTJackson, because that is a big role, you heard me? And the role that Jermaine Fowler plays may help transition him into become a more paramount figure in the black acting world. You understand? But at what cost, though? You understand? You know, I'm not really big on the whole, you know, Illuminati thing. Not that the evil element doesn't exist, but I kind of don't like the name Illuminati because Illuminati is Latin. It means the enlightened ones. If you're of the devil, how the hell you could be an enlightened one? Yahweh Shai said in the book of St. John, chapter 11, I believe, starting at verse 9, he says that, are there not 12 hours in a day? If a man walketh in the daytime, he does not encounter stumbling blocks because the light is in him, as opposed to at nighttime, the next 12 hours of the 24-hour period, if he walketh in the dark, he's going to come to some stumbling blocks because the light is not in him. You heard me? So, you know, if you were the so-called Illuminati, you understand, you're not really the Illuminati because you're not being enlightened with truth because you are engulfed with darkness. So I'm not big on the name Illuminati as far as that concerned. But we know that the evil element does exist. We know there are blood sacrifices and all that stuff, but I don't want to sound like some conspiracy theorist because there's a possibility that Jermaine Fowler might transition in the same breath that the brother BrandonTJackson transitioned. You heard me? I seen a couple of his other videos where he talked about how wearing a dress have actually caused him to spiritually descend, and rightfully so. Because when you wearing a dress and all that, you're practically infringing the 22nd chapter in the 5th verse of Deuteronomy, which says that a man shall not wear things that's pertaining to a woman, neither shall a woman wear a man's garment. You understand? And of course he cross-dressed when he played the role of Martin Lawrence's son in the movie Big Mama's House Part 2. I heard that he also played a homosexual in the movie Tropic Thunder. I've never seen the movie before and I don't want to see the movie. But he seemed to be very penitent, meaning BrandonTJackson. He's not just talking head, you know. When you turn down a role in one of the most recognized movies in motion picture history because you really love the Most High that much, then, you know, there's something called an eye test that people in the sports world like to talk about. I know what the eye test tells me. The eye test tells me that he's not that great of a quarterback. He is that great of a quarterback. He's not that good of an offensive coordinator. He's more of a quarterback coach than the head coach. You understand? Or something of that nature. So the eye test so far tells me that he really is sincere about his work with the Most High. Because he's still doing some acting, but the movies that he plays on, that he prefer to play on, challenges black people to become interlocked and intertwined to critical thinking, as opposed to just dumbing them down with entertainment and laughter, which is pretty much Coming to America Part 2 is going to do anyway. You understand? I don't even know how good the movie's going to be. We'll see. We'll see. You know, I don't know if Coming to America is going to be any good when you got Rick Ross on there. I'm just not that big of a fan of Rick Ross. You heard me? But it's about 9 minutes. I try to make the video as short as I can. But once again, what the brother is doing is commendable, because he is showing fortitude. And I went to this black actor's page from New Orleans. I'm not gonna say his name, on Facebook. And the people that come on this page, man, really deserve to be dumped in lava, for real. Because they said the most blasphemous, asinine shit you can say about a brother who really loves the Most High. You dig? All because he said he wouldn't wear a dress. You know? may the Most High have no mercy upon his souls. You understand? For real, because you know, just because a dude don't want to wear a dress, see, this is the type of society that we live in. You understand? We became so tired of homosexuality and things like that, Del, that we condemn a brother like they condemned Dave Chappelle way back in 2006 because he turned down a $50 million deal because he didn't want to wear no dress. Now, some people say that Dave Chappelle was being a hypocrite because he was wearing tights in the movie Robin Hood Men in Tights. I never seen the movie. You understand? So I wouldn't know. You heard me? But like I said, it's a role reversal, man. You know, and that's why America's gonna crash and burn. You understand? I mean, it's inevitable. You understand? It's inevitable. The chickens will come on the roost. So that's my 2 cents on the brother BrandonTJackson, man. And my words of encouragement to him, bro, is to continue to persevere, because this walk can be very lonely, and sometimes, in some respects, it's supposed to be somewhat lonesome, because, like what Paul said in Philippians chapter 2, verse 12, you got to execute and work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You understand? But it doesn't mean that we should be alone. We got to be intertwined with our brethren. You understand? Because there is power in unity. But having said all that, we all got to work our own salvation with fear and trembling. So for that, man, I'm going to say till the next time, bro. Peace. Shalom.
I mean, I hear you say as far as like, I'm not Eddie Murphy's son, but you get an offer for coming to America too. One of the probably.
Let's get straight. I was called in.
Okay. Oh, you.
And when I read the script, I knew I would get the part because it's written in my voice, my comedic voice.
Right.
Because I have a comedic voice. Will Smith, Chris Rock, Kevin Hart are all sons of Eddie. Eddie was the son of Richard. I mean, we know this though. This is not like these.
Why don't you feel like, or most
they
people
know what I'm saying? I'm calling it references.
But when I hear that, like, you know, the son of Eddie, some people may not see that as a bad thing, but
I'm not saying it's not a bad thing.
Okay.
It's their path. That's not my path.
When did you realize that wasn't your path?
When Beverly Hills Cop didn't work. There's no reason why Beverly Hills Cop didn't work. I'm not a bad actor, number one, and I'm not saying that out of arrogance. I'm saying I'm not a bad actor. Let's be real. You see me on screen, go, okay, this dude is something about this guy, and you know, let's give him a shot.
Right.
It wasn't a fair shot. It was like we not even gonna let y'all see this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that means that was called a sabotage. But that guy doesn't have a job anymore.
Right. So for coming to America too, you know, what was that in context of being an actor? That reason to say, I don't want to pursue that role.
I know it's at first you don't succeed, get up and try again. It wasn't that it was a talent issue. It was a element issue, if that makes sense. Like the same way that I got on stage and I made it.
Yeah.
Miraculously, it was the same way that thing got shut down miraculously for me.
Was it an issue like